Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to do a review today that was requested by one of the viewers, and it is a review of the number 19 Poudre by Chanel. So this is a perfume that was introduced in 2011 by Jacques Polge, and it was introduced as a flanker to the original number 19 by Chanel. And when it came out onto the market, there was quite a bit of a fuss because, well, A, it's exciting, but B, people were wondering, why would you put a flanker out? And the reason being perhaps to modernize it, to make it more accessible to the markets. However, there's a lot of fear with that because, why would you mess with something that's good? Well, I think it's still definitely worth talking about because it is a good perfume in its own right, and it is definitely something that I think is worth a bit of a discussion. So when you first try this perfume, the top notes that you get are something citrusy. There's a bit of mandarin on there, and then like the old number 19, there is that iris note that is highlighted in the composition. So it is a really high quality orris butter, and immediately you get that creaminess from it. It's very buttery, it's very smooth. The thing that you have to notice with this number 19 Poudre is, like its name states, it is very powdery. You get that talcum mist when you put it on immediately. It feels like you're in, a classic backstage cosmetic room. But that being said, it feels a lot more intimate than that. I don't think of this as, like a star-studded perfume. It doesn't feel necessarily glamorous in that way, but it is still a beauty. And the iris note, it's quite lovely. The iris with the powderiness, it's silky. The powder smells very fine milled. There's that texture to it. It feels almost like a soft suede. It's lovely. Now with the iris, you get a floral mix going on. There is the hint of jasmine. You get a hint of lily of the valley. So there's a bit of white florals going on. It's very sweet. Not sweet as in, like sickeningly sweet, but sweet as in it's a lovely fragrance. And then you get, the soft, comforting woods coming in, the hint of the vetiver coming in. You don't get as much of the galbanum that you would get in the original number 19. So high quality galbanum has that sharp green verdancy, which everyone loved. Well, not everyone, but the people who love number 19, the original, love that about it. This fragrance is definitely missing that angular sharpness of the original, but I think that is okay. It's a different take, you can have two different lovely things. And this is a lot more well-rounded, a lot more rounded. That whereas the other was angular. And I think because of that, this might be a lot more accessible to a lot more people. If you try out the number 19 original and you find it a bit too much to start off with, I think this is a good alternative. And you can still appreciate that beautiful iris, and you get the hints of green. It's still quite lovely. And the dry down of number 19 is a soft musk, which if you don't smell the musk that much, it can feel like this fragrance doesn't last, and it's not something strong. It's not a statement fragrance by any means, but it stays close to you. It feels intimate. It feels very casual at times, but you can wear this if you're doing something, going somewhere fancy as well. It's very versatile in that way. I like to think of number 19 Poudre as a joyful, maybe even youthful version to the original. The original is more mature, and it comes across as more opinionated, whereas this is something I think of as maybe the younger version of number 19, when maybe when she was just entering you know, her teenage years, and yeah, maybe slightly naive, but it's lovely. It's definitely miles ahead of, you know, a lot of the the fragrances targeted at a younger population. So yeah, it's great. And you know, like a lot of Chanel fragrances, you can definitely smell that there's a lot of quality materials in this, and it's a very well executed perfume. I would definitely urge you to smell this out if you have been at all curious about it, and give it a chance. I think it has a very well-deserved place in my collection. And on an unrelated note, one thing that I really enjoy about this is its spritzing mechanism. Like a lot of high-quality perfumes and bottles, it just has the most lovely spritz. Here, listen. Smooth. Cheap thrills, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the Petrichor. Until next time, bye.